last century, we have seen how all the parts of the world are becoming more and more connected. Communication systems, especially internet, enable instantaneous contact between people in different parts of the globe. Another example is how political systems are more unified today than ever before. After the fall of Iron Curtain, most of the countries are aspiring to a common political and economic system, democracy. This map shows in green all the countries that claim to be democracies.
Nowadays, all the countries in the world are becoming more unified. They share political systems, economic systems, cultures and arts. And this unification, we call that global culture. Even though all the respected countries maintain their own specific cultures, we can see that globalization is transforming these separate cultures into one big common global culture. And the driving force of this global culture can be found in the Western world. And with the Western world, we mean North America and Europe. And so in order to understand this Western culture, we have to understand, first of all, North America's culture. And it is based on three important documents, which are, of course, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution. And, of course, Declaration of Independence is the most important one of these.
Nature's God. Laws of nature. Truths. Created equal. Creator. Rights. Life. Liberty. And the pursuit of happiness. They are the fundamental values of Western culture.
The European system, on the other hand, is based on one important document called Magna Carta. It marks the transition from the Roman Empire to our actual European system now. And all the constitutions in Europe are, in one way or another, based on this document.
With similar values as in the US Constitution, the Magna Carta is the basis of Western culture in Europe.
It's the turning point that marks the beginning of the end of Middle Ages.
Some of these values, as rights, truths, laws of nature, and happiness, were already forecasted by ancient Greek philosophers such as Aristotle. But actually, it was Christianity that made these concepts reality in everyday life. Okay, maybe it's true that Christianity has had an important role in the development of the concept of human rights, but actually, after the French Revolution and the Declaration of Universal Rights, and with the formation of the United Nations with the collaboration of different countries, we don't need more God to govern ourselves. That is the opinion of people who think that God is only a concept that has to be overcome. But actually, when God is not the basis of human dignity, rights become beautifully ratified words that in practice are meaningless.
It is true that the Declaration of the Rights of Man is the first document that granted the same rights and obligations to all citizens. But the actual practice was then a little different. A mere statement of universal rights does not grant equal rights in practice. We can talk about slavery. So, that after the fall of the Roman Empire, with the development of Christian kingdoms, slavery disappears from Europe, turns into serfdom, but the concept of the serf was totally different from the concept of slave. Serfs could marry, had personal freedoms, but real slavery returns to the sphere of European culture after the revolutions in France and America. Many of these problems may seem to be problems of the past, but if you look at it, there are today more slaves than ever, mainly in Asia and Africa. And to look for human rights violations in Europe, you can speak of abortion, euthanasia, stem cell manipulation and other eugenic practices. Of course, there are people who wish to combat this culture of death and new evils of modern society. Well, to take examples, we have Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who dedicated his life to fight the atrocities of communism and of modern culture. To take another example, we have Jérôme Lejeune, who sacrificed a probable Nobel Prize to defend the unborn. And maybe the most famous example is John Paul II.
Non abbiate paura, aprite, anzi spalancate le porte a Cristo, alla sua salvatrice potestà, aprite